Hell yeah. I love
Yeah.
my style of learning stuff. It's weird. Like I immerse myself in it completely, and I find that that's the best way for me to learn rapidly because it's everywhere that I turn. Oh yeah. Well, before I get into that, somebody else show me your tarot books.
I don't have any at the moment.
I
None.
have this one tarot book by
I got
Eden Gray.
By who?
Um, Eden Gray. Let me show you a picture. Hold on.
Complete tarot by Eden Gray. Okay.
Um, I don't know much about Eden Gray. I know that she was like she
Ooh,
helped start
lavish.
like the she's an actress, no? Like she
I
wasn't
believe so.
a regular author. Um, but I got this book like about 12 years ago, and I don't even know what made me get it because I never read it. And I opened up my like bag of like old books from when I was like in college and stuff, and this was there.
Complete Guide to the Tarot.
Yeah.
Look under her name. That thing says lavishly illustrated. I gotta see what that means. The Complete Guide to the Tarot by Eden Gray.
Man, she probably got a gym over there. Don't even know.
hmm
Gotta start. I guess I gotta start trap. You gotta give me. You gotta put me on game with tarot books, bro. You know how I am about my books.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know
yeah,
where to start.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know where to start. Yeah, that's me.
yeah.
Like,
So what I do is I start looking for a respectable. Well, I'm guided to it. I look for a respectable teacher. Then I start buying books, and the first ones I buy are usually trash. But then like I start paying more attention, and then the right ones start showing up after that. Um, I'm going back and forth between about seven of them right now, and of course, like maybe three or four of them stand out as absolute winners. Um, I haven't finished any of them yet, but yeah, man. I was mentioning earlier about how when you work with spirits, it's what I have found is that it's not best to just ask a question. It's best to find the root of that desire and then come to the spirit with that raw essence and then get an answer back in that format. So I was doing Talk with Shooty, and it was a really cool experience because every time I do it, I feel like I get just a small percentage better at it, so to speak. And it seemed that this time, when I met at the Shiva point, I obliterated the universe, and I believed that shit too. Everything was completely erased,
Amber,
and then we had to rebuild
Amber,
everything from scratch.
Amber,
please mute that dude.
come here.
Yeah. Um. So, anyways, after doing that, and then thoroughly believing with all my conviction that I erased the world and then created it from scratch again, I met with Prana Shakti, and I was looking for a direction of which way to go next, of course, and she immediately gave me a Bible verse, and it was the verse where Jesus was talking about thy body is full of light, and if thine eye be single, thy eye be full of light. I'm sure I said it out of order, but that's what she brought up immediately, and I didn't like read that anytime recently, so it literally just came up from the unconscious. So
The light of the body is die.
the light of the body is the eye, and if thy eye be
Right.
single, then thy body
Right.
be full of light. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that came to me, and it does mean a lot of different things, because when you get to that root level, the answer you get is actually it can be interpreted in multiple ways. But I took that as, look, if you're going to do this tarot thing, you need to be 100% tarot, not a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Go all in. So I figured, well, yeah, that was actually a pretty obvious answer I should have thought of myself. But I found that in following that prompt, just the right information has just been thrown at me. I mean, I'm working on my format now. I'm finishing it up. I believe that I've come up with a way to learn tarot in a week, just based on each day memorizing a specific group of the cards in a specific way. You can knock it down in a week.
Another course coming.
Oh yeah, very soon. I'm trying to get it done by February. I don't have any of my books in here, so I'll have to go look. Maybe I can share one.
And you know me, bro, I be hitting you up on the gram for that book list. I like to, you know me, you ain't gotta show me now.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, that's what's up, bro. Like, cause it's like you say, it's when I found out that it went on the Tree of Life, I know it's significant, but I thought, for me, like you said, go all in. And I'm right at I'm at the end of another one of the Kabbalah books, and I feel like I'm getting a grasp, a really strong grasp on that, and as far as like in like understanding like those levels and how I am when I float from one to the other. You know what I mean? And how they correspond when I'm in one, what the other one mean, and and all of those things, and how that corresponds to myself. So I'm the same way, like you go all the way in, but I'm still all the way in the Kabbalah, so but I would, like to at least be, have my engine started, when I dive into the tarot, because it's a lifelong study, man, and I ain't in the hurry to do nothing. I'm still doing the damn course. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing the course. So I ain't in a hurry to do nothing, man. I'm retired. Every day Friday.
Correspondence is key. That's the crucial key.
Word.
I think the biggest flaw of when people try to teach tarot or when people see tarot, because like what Society Eject said earlier, he saw somebody give two different readings, pulled the same card and gave the exact same definition both times. That's crusty. Because what's happening is people are taking these cards and giving it one single logical definition, and that's it. When you treat it statically like that, you miss the opportunity for a very accurate reading. So I think the big flaw that people have is they try to memorize definitions. They try to memorize keywords, and that's left brain. That's not how you learn tarot. I'm still trying to memorize definitions, right? And I've had tarot for years, but trying to memorize some definitions, it's 78 cards. So you amplify that by like 4 or 5 different definitions per card. That's not very useful or appropriate. I found a better way to do it.
But those definitions just go ahead, Travis. Sorry.
No, you
Those
go
dramatic pauses. No, them dramatic pauses you do be killing me. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test this method out on my cousin, because he don't know anything about tarot, but he's interested. So if I can teach him in a week, then that'll show me that this method works. I think it can be done in a week. No dramatic pause.
I was just gonna say, God damn. I was hanging on a fucking cliff right now. So I was gonna ask, man. So like the tarot, like from what I'm getting from you, because you're saying like it's more intuitive than it is static, and like I'm understanding like those definitions that people put in there, those were Rider Wave's experiences with the tarot anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what anything is, that has a definition. It's the experience that the publisher had with that. So okay, so it's kind of the same as the Kabbalah though. So it's like a
Yes.
coalescence of, gotcha. See,
Yes.
I'm thinking it was some kind of like, bro, it makes so much more sense, man. because I'm thinking it was a static, like I needed to know the definitions and
Right.
bro, yeah, I didn't, I had a whole new another like, because it fits on the tree in a specific way. And so
Mm-hmm.
that made me think that there was an order to that to that in this specific and thus in a specific way that it was supposed to be read. Like I was supposed to know the definition of the death card if I pulled that, to be able to intuit what it is, and connect that with what it says and then give that to whoever. But I don't know, bro. I'm green in that shit.
Well, hopefully after February you won't be green anymore. Come March you should be what's the opposite of green?
The opposite of green. I'm not sure. I should know that too. Shit, I'm a graphic artist.
Red, right? I guess red.
Cold. Because I really, yeah, that's interesting. I don't like being green, bro. I like keeping up. I'll be lagging behind sometimes, but I at least want to see y'all in the race.
And another important thing is to practice every opportunity. I was holding up cards throughout this whole talk because every topic and subject can be linked to a card. So like the more that you get used to these individual cards and link them up with specific experiences, that's the fastest way to really learn it. Just like with anything else, right? Practice as much as you can. Anchor it to reality.
Hmm.
So yeah, just like what you were saying about it's the writer's interpretation. These cards represent cosmic forces, they're not things with definitions. They represent cosmic forces and terrestrial forces. So if you can identify the force, you can get a feel for what it means. For example, fire. No one knows what fire is. There's no definition for fire. If I asked you what was fire, what would you say?
Hot. Burn your ass.
That's a descriptive
It's an element.
descriptive quality, right?
Descriptive
Likewise with
quality,
these cards don't have definitions. They have descriptive qualities.
Hmm.
Mars does not have a definition. Aquarius does not have a definition. Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. There's no definition for these things, but they can be described. So when you learn to speak that language, now we're talking. Just like what me and Grace were saying. There's my words, there's her words, and then there's the collective unconscious. When you learn to make that one conversation, now you're working with some fire.
So what if you know how to do that another way though? Like is that like a shortcut to like the cards? I mean, that's probably a shortcut to anything if you got correspondences built up in other areas.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Like what I was saying to her also, I see this as like a sandbox. This right here is a sandbox that is anchored off by 4 walls. But when you master the sandbox and you step out of that sandbox and start playing in the outer world, you'll see the same rules apply. You see that yellow butterfly floating by? It means the same thing as it does in these cards. When you see somebody behaving like this, right? It's the same thing as what this card represents. Now you start seeing it in the real world, then you won't need cards anymore.
Oh shit.
I see what you're saying.
I see, boy, you just goddamn, boy, you talk about a strike of motherfucking lightning. That shit made so much sense with just that little bitty, that last motherfucking thing where you see people acting like this. I don't even think I need the goddamn cards because that's exactly what I meant. What if you can do that other way?
You
Because
can.
I can look at reality. Like I got this thing, bro, where I'm looking at reality and like that shit looks a certain way to me, and I'm saying it, and then the folks is like, no, 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 and then it ends up being that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I meant about correspondence is built up other way, because that's exactly what the fuck I was talking about. But you hit it the opposite way. You went the damn, okay.
So here's why having the cards would make sense. Because yeah, of course, we all to some degree are able to interpret some of the unconscious influence of reality. Sure. But the benefit of tarot and Kabbalah is that it's a closed system. Now, what's good about the closed system? All the parts fit together. It's a puzzle with no pieces left out. Every other system ain't like that.
It's
So just
complete.
like it's complete, which means that if
Right.
you know one piece, you're not you got 9 pieces left, right? If you know 5 pieces,
Right.
you're halfway there. If you understand 10 pieces, shit.
Yeah.
And that's everybody has an astrological sign. Everybody's got an elemental temperament. Every day, every minute, every hour, every sun phase, moon phase, everything is ruled by the elements and the cosmic forces. Ruled by, which means that you can read it and you can influence it if you know the ingredients. Mm-hmm. Ain't that what magic is?
Yeah, making
Hell yeah.
making heaven on earth.
I
This is
like
how you be
that.
more Christ-like.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's crazy. That's like just that little explanation right there gave. I mean, I'm like 50% there. I ain't even looked at the cards in forever, but I promise you, I already know because you just. I mean, because you get if you like we just said before, all of these things are linked. You know what I'm saying? It's all linked, and if you could just find the link, the thread that you could pull for your
Yes.
own perception, you know what I mean? Then it'll all come tumbling down. You know what I mean? And it's just it's you gotta, and that's what know thyself is, right?
Mm-hmm. As people get this misinterpretation that magic is about forcing reality to bend to your will, and that is
Y'all niggas
it's
sound foolish. Y'all sound
it's
fucking foolish. Y'all
yeah,
sound
it's
like y'all
naive.
ready to go to sleep.
It's naive to believe that, because number one, if you're operating in life based out of ego, that means that these things that you seek to control aren't always coming from a stable place. And if you did have your way, you'd quickly collapse reality. What's more important than trying to force reality to bend to your will is understanding the flows and the patterns that already exist. You're new to the game. Each and every one of us are new here. Existence has already been at play. So what's more powerful than trying to make reality bend to your will is understanding how reality, what will reality is already bending to, then aligning yourself with that. So now you don't even have to do any work. You literally go with the flow.
Right.
These cards can help because they can help you identify what that flow is, when which flow is flowing in what direction. Yeah.
So it's like a deeper. Is it like a more in-depth top one?
Yeah, it is the Tatwas. Yes, these tarot
Yeah.
is Tatwa. Right.
Right. But it's just more in depth, like you
But like in
like
condensed.
I would say expanded.
that's what I was
Mm,
gonna ask. Like is it a zoomed
mm.
in version of the top? That's what I was gonna
Mhm.
ask. Like you can
Yes.
get deeper into